Okay, it's
All
time for the
right.
after show.
Hey,
It's time for the after show. Hey, oh, I can't
hey.
move too much because the background.
Yeah.
Okay, so April came in and shared her story, and
Did
man,
the thing. Yes, her story was so powerful.
yeah.
Really, though? Random
What?
noise on
I
my
didn't hear
computer?
anything. Oh,
Oh,
I
well,
didn't
I'm
hear
glad
nothing.
you didn't hear it because I sure did hear that thing come
I didn't hear
loud and
anything.
clear in
Really?
my ear. Like,
Really?
doo doo doo.
Oh, dag.
Yeah. Okay. Well, back to regular programming.
It's all good. It's all good.
um, I appreciated April
Yeah.
sharing so much of her story and being, and I think what it is for me is that, like, I know that there was a lot more that she could have put out there, but I think she was real about
Yeah.
what she did put out there.
Yep.
And I think we've been fortunate that the guests that we have had on the show come in and they open up
Mm-hmm.
and they're willing to share the things that maybe no one has ever asked them to share,
Mm-hmm.
or share it in a way that feels truly authentic to themselves.
For sure. Yeah, that makes perfect sense now. I would agree with you. I think just hearing her say like, "Oh, one part that just really stood out amongst everything, right? Because it was really there were so many different parts, but this one in particular, when she talked about after giving birth and not being very excited, right? And her daughter
Yeah.
crying in the other room, and she's like, "Well, I'm gonna leave her in there to cry because I don't want to hurt her because those are the thoughts that I had." And I think that is
Yeah.
just so raw, so real, so vulnerable, and so powerful because she's not the only one. There are so many women that are in that space, and I think that
Yes.
normalizing it is so important so people can know like it's okay if you're struggling with postpartum depression
Mm-hmm.
or if you have these thoughts, and there's help out there, right? There's a way to get
Right.
help. There are resources out there, whether it's a hotline or therapy or finding a support group, right? Or somewhere online. Even I know social media has really great communities and groups that you can join. So I think for me that was very sobering to hear her talk about that, and just the grind, her being in the industry
Yeah.
for so long, still grinding at this stage in her journey. And I think it was also so beautiful her talking about Summer Rose, her daughter, and how her
Yes.
daughter is going to surpass her. And I'm like,
Yes.
yes, that's what's supposed to
That's the energy
happen.
you want.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the energy we want, right? Not these toxic vibes that we hear about these days where the parent is jealous of the child. It's like, no, we should want those that come after us to go further.
Right.
They should be standing on our shoulders and utilizing the resources and the things that we've built to go the extra mile and take the legacy, onward. So it's like that was
Exactly.
just so amazing to hear that, and like to just see that positivity in a mother-daughter relationship and know that it's not a competition. So that was
Yes.
so beautiful to me.
That was beautiful. And then I appreciated also, in the end when we were doing our OU Blatchett segment, and she talked about the quote that she got from her mom
Yeah.
about grab the bull by the balls, right?
Yeah.
What I love about that is that, like, the phrase you normally hear is grab the bull by the horns.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, taking things on from that perspective is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to get too philosophical in here.
No, go ahead. Go
But
ahead.
just think about this, right? If we think about what a bull actually looks like,
Yes.
and to grab a bull by the balls
Mm-hmm.
is way more difficult to do than to grab a bull by the horns.
For sure.
So to me, when I hear that, I hear we're not going to always take the easy way out,
Mm.
that you go for it and you go for the route that it's going to make you the star.
Mm. I like that. So fitting. And when you said that, I didn't think about it that deeply until you just mentioned this, but also it makes me think about being strategic, right? So if you get the bull by the horn,
Mm-hmm.
it may not do as much as if you get them by the balls. Because I think if you get anybody by the balls, they're gonna be shook. Okay, they're gonna
For
be
real.
shook. Like what the
For
hell just
real.
happened? So strategic, but also a little risky too, right? It's like you got to
Yes.
maneuver and get down there. So I'll stop at that point. But you,
Yes.
but you feel me. But you feel
feel
me.
you. I feel you
Yeah.
because I had that visual in my head of like, how
You
they
had
do
the
that?
visual too. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Right? Like how you
I
gotta
did.
reach, either go behind or the side. So yeah. So yeah, this was a good episode though. I'm happy that
Yes.
April was able to come on and chat with us. And yeah, we appreciate you for tuning into the after show.